Hi Sagittarius, I'm Lisi the High Priestess. You can press like, subscribe, notification. This is for Sagittarius. I like to tell stories. So no, they won't resonate with everyone, but if you like a good story, let's listen to it and see what we get. Someone's up to no good because I see the sly smile. You're looking at somebody, you're like, you want to go? You want to do this? You sure you want to do this? Like they're at work. You sure you want to do this? Someone could be working at a bank right here. There's a security guard or something like that. Someone could be working at a bank. It's like, I have an idea. Okay, so covering this up, wouldn't it look like behind bars, the death? Although it's not the death card, I do see the full card. Someone could have gone to jail right here behind a robbing. But I feel like this is no, I'm not going to say police officer. This is a person who has some kind of rank. All right, that's what I see. Someone who has some kind of rank paying money to unalive somebody. This be like those RICO charges they be talking about. I just seen something about there was a RICO case on this one guy that put out a hit, but this is someone this is a lawmaker or and what's weird, I just randomly put this on top of the guy that was working right here. Someone covered something up. This could also be a double play. You know how in the movies, from two there was one. From two there was one. From two there was one. This reminds me of the story of it was a group of military men that decided to go rob a cartel member out in the Amazon or something like that, like deep in the south of America. And these army men, these military men, it was millions of dollars, so they had to figure everything out by weight. You know, who would carry who, or who would carry what. It was like equally amount to everything down from the timing. And they were able to get away with it. They had to let go of a lot of money to get away with it, and still didn't get away with it. And at the end, only one person survived. But that greed of trying to run off. Now, this story kind of ended well, but everybody started to die off. Only one person was left alive. Everybody else, they passed away on the mission, and they had to get rid of all the packages in order for them to survive the wild. It just comes to show that Mother Nature could be more of a killer than the killer themselves. Mother Nature is a whole entity, baby. The wind. Can you hear it? I mean, there's music in the background, but the wind is very strong. And then you can hear the ringing the bell. And the wind is pretty strong tonight. So, I feel like someone gets alerted of something that is about to happen. Someone can feel something. Just because right now I'm looking at the stars on a blanket, looking at the stars, this could be just one person that survives this certain entity. Because, you know, when you're coming across an entity that doesn't doesn't care about your badge. You are literally stealing. You're not reporting none of this money to any other entity. You're straight up stealing. You're being as crooked as they are. It's war. It's a real war. And this is just a story. I would like to remind everyone this is just a story I'm getting from the cards. I'm getting the story from these two cards. I also see somebody going to someone with the money, and then once they get with them, this reminds me of that story with the four brothers when they unalived the guy from that made them eat out of a bowl of dog food or whatever down on the floor in front of his wife. They unalived him. And look, I haven't got the death card because I haven't been shuffling the cards. I'm getting this all out of 4 cards. The last one standing as well. Also, someone could be burning up a body. All right. Maybe someone's hunting. I feel like there's a manhunt for someone right here. You could be watching a really good movie, or this is the script that's being presented upon you. Also, if you are presenting scripts, you need to be careful. You need to make sure that your LLC or whatever they do, BLA, I don't know. But you need to make sure you don't get robbed by these Hollywood thugs. You hear me? Because this is someone that knows their shit. So make sure you know your shit. Or talk to someone that knows their shit. And then talk to someone that knows their shit. And talk to someone that knows their shit. Because this is a dirty game, y'all. It's a pretty dirty game in these Hollywood streets. These are 2 good cards that it's getting though. There's the Ace of Wands and then there's the Ace of Cups. I'm gonna get what I want. These are really good cards. Also, I feel like someone's cleaning their hands off of something. This also reminds me of like Dexter. Also, someone's paying off the mortician. Who is this mortician? There's the 5 of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Someone shows up at the morgue and starts a fight. There's a female that starts a fight with this guy. This could be a death. Oh, well, clearly, because look, someone's definitely unalived right here. Whether it happened at work or something like that, someone tried to cover it up. Someone goes in there demanding questions. Oh, hi. Okay, there's the Star card right here. There's the 10 of Cups and the Star card. Okay, I'm going to see the Star card again. So I see another thing too, though. All right, all deaths are bad deaths. Some shit's fair and something's not unfair. How do you guys feel about like people who are really bad people and people who have always tried to do the righteous thing? How do you feel? How do you feel like when the army does go and fight for you? Also, how do you feel when the army decides not to fight for you or them for themselves? They're going on your time to go rob a cartel to have money all to themselves. How do you feel about that? I don't know. This is a kind of like a real crazy story, but there's stars. I got Star twice, and I got the Hangman. Let me see. Let me use these deck of cards. Explain the Hangman. The Hangman, there's the Prince of Pentacles and the Justice card. This could be a rookie. This is a rookie right here. It's a young man right here. Okay. And then I get the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. This young man was trying to seek revenge. This young man hired a police officer or someone of the law to unalive someone. Look. It's happening right now. There's the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Nobody knows who the father is. The Nine of Pentacles and the Lover's card. This is some young kid. Whoever the father is a politician. It's a very famous politician. This reminds me of those murders that they had down south over there. The name starts with the M. There's a Netflix documentary on it, and their family have been unaliving people like throughout the years, and they've been like scamming people for their money. Okay, but what's so significant about this young boy? I feel like someone could have caught on. Someone's catching on. There's a politician right here, or whoever's. There's the Tower card. And there's the Queen of Wands. There's Sagittarius right here and the Eight of Swords. The Princess of Wands. Nine of Wands. There's a body here. Look, they're looking at the body. They're looking at the body. Here's Sagittarius. There's the Tower card and the politician. You could probably be talking to the mortician, and somebody comes kicking in asking questions about, I heard through my little brother or something like that, what happened. There's this young lady right here. She saw everything, the shot. There's the Star card again and the Two of Swords. You can't say anything. Whoa, how did I get these cards mixed in with these ones? Whoa, okay, I'm gonna take them. I get the Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, there you are again. Queen of Pentacles. People are calling their family. The family's gonna have a sit down. This certain young kid can have everything exposed. And I feel like this kid is very reckless. Very reckless. Look, the Sacred Clown. Like doing shit in front of everyone, cussing people. Like, there's no way avoiding what. I feel like I have to put my hat on. Because here comes Undertaker.